Good morning, multipliers. Sorry today's video is late. It's been a little bit crazy, but we're here with another video, and today I'm talking about Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is exploding everywhere. It's going crazy. I work with a group of people. We're in like a training class together right now. It's like 15 or 14 of us, and there were several early adopters in my class, and they started going crazy for it. Before anybody else I knew about, they were like literally the day it came out, they're like freaking out. Like I was out for 2 hours last night when it came out, running around at 4 in the morning trying to get. I was like, okay, you guys are crazy. What are you even talking about? And you probably had a similar reaction. It was just like, what is this? You know, and now 15 million people probably have downloaded it. Actually, probably more than that. It's got 10 million downloads on Google Play. I don't even know how many on iOS, and it's, you know, so it's going crazy. You know, it's blowing up. People are downloading it, playing like crazy. I mean, they're collecting these Pokemon, and there's been a lot of good things out of it. I mean, like this week in Springfield, there was like 1,400 people who showed up downtown in the square to play in the middle of the night, run around and catch Pokemon together, because I guess there's more of a chance of a legendary. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've tried it. I've downloaded it on my phone. I played a little bit. I have a Pikachu. I've got a few other things. I'm not on a team yet, so don't ask me a question. I haven't played enough to do that. But, you know, here we are, and it's like, this is just insane to see the amount of people going out and doing this. But when there's this many people doing this, there's also a lot of chances for bad things to happen. So if you haven't heard, there's been some like really crazy things. So in O'Fallon, Missouri, which is near St. Louis, there was a group of people who set up a Pokestop, which I don't know how you do that, but I guess you can. And they set up a Pokestop, and the people were coming to collect stuff, and as they did, they were robbing them. And so there's been multiple cases of that. That was just the first one I heard about earlier on the week, where people were sitting there and they're using this as a method. So I mean, you can say they're not entrepreneurial. But that's still a little bit crazy. Then there's the other side of it where, okay, so I'm sure what happens is they probably the thing with Google Maps, are using it, and they're using that, and then they just blanket any like notable source of a certain, that meets certain statures. They're putting a Pokestop there. The issue is that they put some of those in not so good places. And now that these Pokemon randomly go places too. So what's happening is there's like, oh, I don't know, Pokestops in the middle of the Holocaust Museum. And so, there's Pokemon or stuff in graveyards, places where people can easily be offended the fact that you're doing it. Let me just put it this way, guys. I don't care what that Pokemon is. If it's inside of a place like that and you're like, should I go in? If you've got to ask yourself the question, should I go in? The answer is probably no, because more than likely it's not going to end up well for you. I mean, so I understand that this isn't necessarily Pokemon Go, whoever the developers are, fault, but they do need to make sure they kind of screen those for where they're at. But it's just a little bit crazy. So here's my thought. Pokemon Go is this explosive thing. People are downloading it everywhere. It is going absolutely crazy. I mean, it's all over the place. And I get kind of excited by it, because like, man, I haven't seen this many people around the world so unified about something. I mean, you see people getting together and talking that don't talk. I mean, Casey Neistat, a really good YouTuber, put out a video where he was in Central Park, and he had gone just person to person to person, and he was asking them these questions, and everyone there was playing Pokemon Go. And it's this explosion, and people were like, I haven't even met this guy. We met yesterday here playing, and we've been talking like we're old friends now because of Pokemon, and all this stuff. And it's like, it's crazy to see the unitedness, especially in such an ununited time in the world. The world is absolutely going crazy with the attacks in Dallas, and then, you know, in Nice, and then the Orlando attack a few weeks ago, and, you know, all these things happening, and the attacks in France, and there's just, I could keep going on with these attacks. The Louisiana attacks yesterday. I mean, there's just so much going on. People are so divided on the issues. Even our presidential campaigns and debates. Should it be Trump, or is he the worst guy in the world? Or is Hillary the worst person in the world? It's just like, there's no form of cohesion across here. There's no line of cohesion. Because we're such theological, or not theological, but intellectual differences that we are, and it's a river which we think we can't cross. And it's good to see in light of all this pain, something rising up to be the thing that quits the divide, that makes us come together. Man, it's crazy though, isn't it? Just sit back here and see all this chaos going on. And you know, Pokemon Go is a great thing, but it's a substitute for what it should be. It's a great representation of what something should be in that void. I'm gonna change gears if you can't tell. Because if we were where we need to be in our faith, if we were there as a church, that would be us. Do you realize Pokemon Go should be us? I know that sounds ridiculous. It sounds absolutely mind-bogglingly ridiculous to say that statement. But it's true. Because here is this thing that is coming over and uniting the world in commonality. It is. I mean, literally, my Facebook feed is filled up. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, conservative or liberal, Hillary or Trump, they're all posting about Pokemon Go on my Facebook feed and on my Twitter feeds. It's all united. Not about all the chaos. And the thing is, guys, that should be a relationship with Christ. That should be the church. But see, the church, I'm going to say this, and that's that the church is like, here's one side, and we build these walls around us, protect us from everyone else. And then we have another church over here, and they built these walls around them to protect themselves because this church believes in something that I don't believe in, and this church believes in something that they don't believe in. So that together they're just battling it out. You believe in this? How dare you? And you believe in this? Well, how about this verse and this verse and this? And we're throwing back and forth, and we're attacking each other. We're bringing each other down. You know, the Bible says that the gates of hell shall not prevail against us. But I heard a really great pastor talk about this once. And he said, that verse doesn't mean we build a wall around us and we protect ourselves from hell coming in. It means that we go out in the gates of hell, we are ramming them. We are going at the gates of hell. We will not let them prevail. We are attacking it. You see, we've gotten so defensive, we forgot to be offensive. Because Pokemon Go is an offensive game. I am not that into it. So guess what I don't do? I don't go around and walk around a ton and play this game because I think it's fun, but not that fun to be out in like these 90-degree temperatures running around like a crazy maniac all over town. Not my cup of tea. I'm not into it. I don't have a lot of time. So I'm like, is that what I want to spend my time doing? No. But you see, the same thing is that so many of us think to ourselves, man, I want to be a good Christian. I want to go out and tell people about God. But you know what? It's hot outside. Or, you know what? It's crazy outside. I don't know if I want to go out there and talk to people. I'm afraid. But then again, we're saying to ourselves, we think it sounds fun, but we're not willing to do the work. And that's where we're at in our position in life as the church, is we're building walls to protect ourselves. We don't realize we're decaying from the inside because we're fighting each other. Doesn't matter if you were Southern Baptist or Pentecostal, you're AAG, Assemblies of God, or you are, or you're E3. I mean, I could go on with the number of denominations. We all play for the same team, but yet we've forgotten it. It's a competition for the same number of people who are already Christians. Come over here. Oh, you don't like that, Pastor? Well, come on back over here. We'll have fun. Don't worry. Oh, their youth ministry's not good enough. Well, I got you a church over here. We're supposed to be the church. We're not a matter of distinctions. We're a matter of this is it. This is the church. Everybody. When we get to heaven, it's going to be one big thing. There ain't going to be the Baptist part, the Pentecostal part, the Methodist part. No, we're going to be the church. That's it. That's the cold reality. So why are we fighting ourselves so much? Why are we debating with ourselves? You know, one of the verses I talked about in our Sunday school class yesterday was this. It's in Philippians chapter 2. It says, "Have the mind among yourselves, which is yourselves in Jesus Christ, who was born in the form of God and did not count equal with God a thing to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the form of a servant, born in the likeness of men. And being found in human form, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross." So, you know, here's the thing, guys, that Jesus was the biggest servant of all. He came back, God came down and made himself a man, took on, not a king. See, most of the people in that time expected Jesus to be a triumphant king coming in to wage war and to save them. A triumphant warrior king like David who just came in and was a great warrior. Jesus was not a warrior of the sword, but a warrior of the heart. It was time to cast off those things and to become focused on the heart, not on the external. And Jesus raised it. People wanted the Messiah, but they didn't want to change them. He wanted them to change the world around them. They thought that they wanted to keep living the way they were. They wanted God to come in and just tell them, "Hey, you guys are doing a great job. Now let's go get you freed, all right? Let's do it." And that's not how it works. Jesus came back to be a servant and say, "Hey, you say if you could kill someone. If I say if you hate them, you've done it. If you say if you commit adultery, you've sinned. I say if you lust after someone, you've done it. You've sinned in my eyes. And that's the thing, guys. Like, that's where we're at. And that Jesus was the biggest servant of all who came back into this earth, came down to rescue us. We've just got to give it to him. And all of that to be willing to step out and go where we need to go. I mean, people are willing to go anywhere, including places they shouldn't go, for Pokemon Go. Put themselves in the danger of robbery and whatever else. Yet we sit back and we think to ourselves, man, I don't know. You know, there's this video they showed us that's, you can find it on YouTube. It's called like the 7 habits highly efficient people or something like that have. And one of them was put first things first, I think was what it was. And it was that, you know, so often we say the things that are most important, like my relationship with God, my health, my time with my family, like the 3 most important things with my life or whatever. And we say those are the 3 most important, but when we look against ourselves, we say, okay, let's look at the time and how much time you give to those things. Are they really the most important? Do you really give that much time to God? Do you give him even 15 minutes of your day, 5 minutes a year? Where do you even give him? You know, where is that even on the radar in your life? And I'm speaking to myself here, because the reality is important things don't look important in our lives when we really measure them against everything else. So I just want to challenge you guys today. Look at life in this new manner. Look at it and see, like, man, why is a video game on a phone doing more than the church right now? Why? Because we're sitting by. Because we're idly not doing anything. We can say the world's changed. No. The world was hard before. It may have changed the manner it goes through. We may have new obstacles, but there is nothing new under the sun. It's us. We need to challenge ourselves to stand up and do more. I don't know how I'm going to do that this week, but I'm going to be trying. I'm going to be praying about it. I'm going to be seeking God to find out where I can do more. I challenge you to do the same thing. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap up now, because our time is up. Now, I'm trying some new things with multimedia, because I love this format. It's been very difficult to keep up lately. It was never before. It's actually been really easy. We enjoy doing it, but with my new schedule, I have trouble meeting up with Judah. It's hard to get the energy to do it when you've worked all day and you're tired and all that. And so we've had some struggles. We're trying to correct that. So stay with us during this like rough little back and forth time as we're getting everything figured out. But let us know. We're trying some, you'll notice a lot of episodes will have something new, especially the ones with me in it, I guess I should say. I'll try like a new editing style. Maybe I'll talk about something different. Let me know what you think about those things, okay? Because if you notice something, however small, that I do differently, let me know. And because I'll let me know to keep doing it. I'm not necessarily going to point them all out like I will this time. I did a different kind of intro editing. Let me know if you think that's interesting. I mean, I would kind of carry that throughout the episode, not quite as abrupt as that one, but it'd be where we would maybe do some more cuts like that. So let me know what you think of that in the comments down below, because we're going to be trying some new stuff, okay? But let me know in the comments down below what Pokemon team you are. I'd love to know. Are you yellow? I don't even know the names for them. I think it's yellow, blue, and red. Let me know. I'd like to hear about it. Where are you at on the Pokemon spectrum? Are you someone who's like, I'm never, ever touching that game. That is the stupidest thing ever. I'd like to hear about it too. But let me know in the comments down below, guys, and let me know what you're going to do this week for God. Like, what do you need to change? What's something you need to do to challenge yourself to go further? But if you like this episode, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, all right? And I guess, guys, this is it. So I'll see you next video. My name's Dan. God bless. Bye-bye.